Not all birthstones are created equal, and the jewelry industry has never been eager to admit that. Some birthstones sold in mall jewelry stores are nearly worthless in their natural form, mass-produced and chemically treated to look better than they actually are. Others, in their finest natural quality, are worth more per carat than diamonds. Today, we are ranking every traditional birthstone from the least valuable to the most valuable, and revealing the truth about what you are actually paying for. Starting at the bottom is garnet, the birthstone for January. Garnet is abundant, found in large quantities across the world, particularly in Africa, India, and South America. Most garnet jewelry sold commercially uses deep red almandine garnet, which is widely available and inexpensive to mine. While certain rare garnet varieties like tsavorite or demantoid can be genuinely valuable, the vast majority of garnet birthstone jewelry on the market falls into the affordable, mass-produced category. Amethyst, the birthstone for February, sits in a similar position. Once considered a precious gemstone reserved for royalty centuries ago, massive deposits discovered in Brazil and Uruguay in the 19th century caused its value to collapse almost entirely. Today, amethyst is one of the most affordable natural gemstones available, despite its rich purple color and historical prestige. Aquamarine, the birthstone for March, ranks only slightly higher. It belongs to the beryl family, the same mineral group as emerald, but lacks the rarity that drives emerald's price. Large, clean aquamarine crystals are relatively easy to find compared to other gemstones, keeping prices accessible even for sizable stones. April's birthstone, diamond, is where most people assume the value conversation ends, but the truth is more complicated. Diamonds vary enormously in price depending on cut, clarity, color, and carat weight, and the overwhelming majority of diamonds sold in commercial jewelry are lower clarity, smaller stones that, despite marketing, are not actually rare. True high-value diamonds, exceptionally large, flawless, or rare-colored stones, represent a tiny fraction of the diamond market, while the diamond most people actually buy sits closer to the middle of this entire ranking than the very top. Emerald, the birthstone for May, moves us firmly into genuinely valuable territory. Fine emeralds, particularly those from Colombia with strong color saturation and minimal visible inclusions, command extremely high prices per carat, frequently rivaling or exceeding diamonds of comparable size. The challenge with emerald is that nearly all natural emeralds contain inclusions, making truly clean, vivid stones rare and expensive. June offers a choice between pearl and alexandrite, and the value gap between them is enormous. Cultured pearls, the type most commonly sold today, are relatively affordable since modern pearl farming techniques produce them at scale. Alexandrite, on the other hand, is one of the rarest gemstones on Earth, prized for its dramatic color change between daylight and incandescent light. Fine alexandrite can sell for tens of thousands of dollars per carat, making it one of the most valuable birthstones on this entire list despite sharing a birth month with one of the least expensive. Ruby, the birthstone for July, ranks among the most valuable gemstones in the world in its finest form. Top quality. Burmese rubies with vivid red color and minimal treatment have sold at auction for prices that rival or exceed the world's finest diamonds. However, most commercially available ruby jewelry uses heat-treated stones of considerably lower quality, which sell for a fraction of what untreated, fine color rubies command. Peridot, the birthstone for August, remains one of the more affordable options on this list. While peridot has a genuinely interesting origin, some peridot crystals have even been found in meteorites. Gem-quality peridot is found in sufficient quantities globally to keep prices reasonable for most consumers. Sapphire, the birthstone for September, follows a pattern similar to ruby, since both are varieties of the mineral corundum. Fine, unheated sapphires in vivid blue or rare colors like padparadscha can be extraordinarily valuable, while the vast majority of commercial sapphire jewelry uses heat-treated stones that, while still beautiful, sell at a much lower price point than their untreated counterparts. October offers opal and tourmaline, two stones with very different value structures. Common opal is widely available and affordable, but fine black opal from Australia, especially pieces with vivid multicolored play of color, can be extremely valuable. Tourmaline follows a similar split, with common pink and green varieties being affordable, while rare Paraiba tourmaline, with its electric neon blue-green color, ranks among the most expensive colored gemstones in the world per carat. Topaz and citrine share November, and both tend to be on the more affordable end, particularly because citrine is often produced by heat-treating less valuable amethyst or smoky quartz, a fact rarely disclosed to casual buyers. Finally, December offers turquoise, tanzanite, and zircon, with tanzanite standing out as the most valuable. Found in only one location on Earth, near Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, fine tanzanite with strong violet blue color has risen significantly in value, especially as concerns grow that the single known deposit could eventually be exhausted entirely. So, what is the real lesson here? Birth month does not determine value. Some of the most expensive gemstones in the world share a birth month with some of the most affordable, and the jewelry industry rarely explains this clearly because vague marketing around birthstones sells more jewelry than precise education does. The real value of any birthstone depends on its specific quality, treatment, origin, and rarity, not simply which month you happen to be born in. If you learned your own birthstone is worth more or less than you thought, let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep uncovering the truths the jewelry industry rarely puts front and center, consider subscribing